Next, now we move on to our keynote session. It is my privilege to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Alexander Bull, professor at IU University, Germany. Professor Bull's expertise includes business strategies, organizational management, applied management, innovation, enterprise development, and international business perspectives. He has made a significant contribution in the field of practice oriented business education and academic leadership. Today, he will be delivering a keynote presentation on the topic Project Management and Interim Management. So let us welcome Dr. Alexander Bull.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. 1 second, I will just share my screen. All right. First of all, thank you for this great opportunity for being part of this conference. And yeah, I'm very delighted to even being part from Australia here today. Yeah, I'm actually from Germany, as you said, but currently around, let's say, the Pacific area. So I'm saying hello, everyone from Melbourne, Australia. So it's pretty much night at here, and good morning and a good day for everyone else. And yeah, I am talking about requirements and possibilities of AI in project management and some findings which have been conducted during the last months and years. All right, then I would say we get it started. And let's see if it moves to the next slide. There we go. All right. So that's the overview with an introduction, areas of application. Next, then the challenges and requirements regarding research, advantages and cases, and future perspectives and trends are leading towards a conclusion. All right, we start with an introduction, and the introduction is defining really quickly artificial intelligence and, of course, project management, as we are combining both topics here today. So we see artificial intelligence as an area of computer science. Of course, this imitates human cognitive capabilities by identifying and scoring out input data, so which is followed up and created with machine learning possibilities. That's the definition via the Fraunhofer Institute. Further, we have the project management, which is the well-architected, deliberate approach with well-defined moves on routines to accomplish this set of objectives. So what we directly figure from the definitions of these two, we see that there's quite a combination possibilities or opportunities, and that's what we're looking at. Looking a little bit more about and around the technical foundation of AI, we see, of course, different paths within. We see machine learning, we see deep learning, we see something like natural language processing behind and automation. I don't want to go into the details of the definition here. It's clear that we need a deeper understanding to have the basis, but I think most of you are aware of what is the background behind. So another slide is showing pretty much artificial intelligence and, let's say, the technology which is here combined with it, from deep learning, pattern detection. We see virtual assistants, chatbots, robotics, lots of opportunities, as everyone is aware. So also just the basis in getting into this presentation started. Another one is quite interesting. It's the findings regarding respondents using reports in generative AI adoption. Yeah, and we see it through different fields and branches. So what's quite interesting that there are quite more opportunities, people say, using generative AI at a certain stage of the beginning. It was more in marketing, sales, IT, operations, corporate functions and stuff. So it's like lots of opportunities, but we also see it's quite spread. Yeah. So that's, let's say, the most important finding here, that we see quite a spread among lots of topics. And that's why we see we need also a clear guidance within companies, which could be derived from these findings here at an early stage of AI developments, as this finding is found at the beginning of 24, as you see, 2024. All right, let's go further. So what are the areas of application in project management? Getting closer to the actual topic. It's about the opportunities, let's say in project planning and forecasting, we can be using AI pretty well. Yeah. Resource management is a great opportunity, budget controlling, and of course the forecasting, which is pretty much coming along with it. That means we have more or less tools available which are helping in the planning and controlling of the budget usage. Of course, it's also helpful in deriving message. That means the opportunities on how to find better solutions in the futures and a better way of dealing, let's say, with the business in general. Of course, we have the automation of routine tasks and the risk analysis and management of projects in general, which it can be used quite well. Here we see describe what I have been, let's say, announcing before. Yeah, some more examples. More or less, it's a repetition of what I have aligned before. So that's why we look a little bit more closer at the challenges and requirements, because the challenges and requirements is this what keeps the system running and what is the, let's say, background of all developments within AI and in the reference or interception towards project management. So first of all, we found that data quality and availability is of course necessary. Yeah. Only if it's on a high quality and clean, let's say, standard, it can only help, let's say, in getting a quite, let's say, matching or fulfilling prediction or deriving of data and, of course, on information. And this will be helpful in creating and educating people in working environments and, of course, in the decision taking of the business. The second point is integrating into existing systems. That's, I would say, quite a huge responsibility there, because all, let's say, companies have all quite different backgrounds regarding IT systems and tools available, and quite a diverse, let's call it, structure there. And that's why it cannot be like one single approach with artificial intelligence. So we need to look at different, let's say, input and adopting strategies, which will be helpful in, yeah, let's say, spreading AI among the companies and using the opportunities at its best. And therefore, of course, it's a combination of data quality and, of course, the system usage. Then one of the most important points, and although it's here, let's say, on the third point only, it's the employee acceptance, because without employee acceptance, nothing will run, as you are all aware of. It's very necessary to make sure that employees get the storytelling, they know what they are talking about, that they get integrated, that they get the feeling that they are integrated, yeah, so that they have the opportunity to feel what is changing, to be part of the changes. And that's what's very, very necessary, to also make sure that there are no really concerns of the usage, rather a development perspective for new jobs and changes in processes. Next point is the transparency and traceability, of course. Yeah, we need to make sure that we don't rely totally on AI, as everybody knows. Yeah, as we just using like ChatGPT or other generative AI possibilities. Don't trust the thing from the beginning. At least make critical thinking, commenting, or maybe like having it like a business partner with you. And so it's very important to make sure that what is being presented is controllable, understandable, not only for project managers, but also for steering committees in decision taking, and of course for all responsible stakeholders. And last but not least, we have the possibility on making sure that, of course, data privacy is giving, yeah, that data is assured. And of course, we have ethics around it, ethical standards, which need to make sure that everyone is compliant, let's say, with data protection, with certain privacy rights, and of course, responsibility around social issues. Further thing I would like to acknowledge here is a workshop regarding results from June 2024. It's nothing which has been published. That's why I'm quite happy to share these results from the very, let's say, beginning of First Step In. So we had a research question being published about how does AI influence project management and which challenges appear. It was, let's say, asked towards a group of project specialists in Germany. So they are part of the, let's say, profession forum of the German project management organization, where I'm also in different roles, also in the research advisory board. And we used this workshop to conduct, let's say, first inputs at first developments in 2024. And it's quite interesting on what we found here as well, because we have been asking different groups of people regarding the challenges and requirements. And we see here results like very, let's say, in a comprehensive way presented, steering committee-wise, project management-wise, the team members and the external consulting group. So it's out of different perspectives. What we see is, of course, we need in the steering committee clear responsibility, and opportunities and collaboration, which needs to be, let's say, derived, promoted in a certain way to have, let's say, the guidance in total for deriving decisions and developments. Then we have the project management itself and project managers who are responsible. We need the combination of goal or objective orientation in tools and methods. We need the responsibility and change management, especially for team and stakeholders, also making sure that AI is being accepted, that it is part of the game in project management. And as we see project team members, they have more different perspective on it. They rather had the, let's say, fear and saw the challenges with AI, and they were like asking for the benefits and of course the guidance. So here again, a topic of change management, like storytelling is coming up again. And the guidance means like clear rules, responsibilities, and what is getting along. And last but not least, external consultancy. What are their business changes regarding AI? It was about to be more change business game. Yeah. So their, let's say, outcomes are more on the objectives than on the way itself. Yeah. So the focus was more ask for more guidance and goal orientation, which could be more on their agenda compared to the, let's say, the first developing stages in consultancy at the beginning. But that's also just a comprehensive presentation here right now. So that leads me to the advantages and cases. So what we see is, of course, efficiency improvement with AI. So we found automation, time-consuming tasks, of course, reduces human errors and stuff. But of course, on the other hand, never forget to make sure that the input is, of course, correct and that we have the right predictions available. So more accurate prediction, as I said, the next point, identify potentials on an early basis. Enhance decision making, getting data together, and of course, the usage and the game with the team is very necessary here in helping out and improving, let's say, the procedures and improvements. Further, we have been looking, and it's also just an overview, an example at certain tools in project management with artificial intelligence features. So we see automation topics with project plannings, predictions, and so on. We see tools as Trello and Asana, where it's about tasks and alignment of tasks and workflows. We see tools like risk registers, where we suggest like mitigation strategies to reduce risk or transfer risk and all risk management possibilities, or Monday.com, where it's more about assignments and, let's say, more out of HR, human resource perspective, what we can follow up here with timelines and allocate resources efficiently. And for example, Smartsheet, analytical task scheduling, resource optimization as well, just as examples for project management. What are the future perspectives and trends derived from what we have seen earlier? So increasing automation, intelligent assistance systems are, of course, on a high agenda, as we see, of course, not only these chatbots, for example, but also AI agents, as you all are aware of probably. And analytical capabilities are improving quite a lot. AI-driven predictive analytics, going to details, the risks, and of course, deriving solutions. And we see the collaboration communication, which is very important again, as we saw, let's say, the fear of the project team members on the let's say, outcomes of artificial intelligence. And last but not least, integration of AI with emerging technologies. So whatever's coming up next or new, looking at glasses as I'm wearing them here, yeah, looking at Facebook and new glasses with AI technology in screening, and of course, even deriving data with the glasses. Yeah, it's just one, let's say, even virtual reality possibility, directly combining it with artificial intelligence. So we see lots of improvements on all, let's say, tools and everything which is available. So, and we need to stay open to that, of course. And regarding the collaboration and controlling of all this, we see, yeah, there will be a future of project managers, and I say definitely there is. It's just the way of dealing with it. It will be different. It's, let's say, on a higher standard, on a more strategic way, but of course, making sure that the data underneath is available and the team members are clearly, let's say, educated to work with these tools. And that's why I clearly give it a yes. And it's quite a change in business and project management. But at the end, it can be very helpful in improving time, responsibilities, and outcomes of projects, of course. And last but not least, I'm about to conclude with challenges and gains. So we see necessary, definitely integration within existing system, training and adoption, human interpretation, data quality, and it is a cost and resource investment on the one side. So we need to make sure that we're putting money, we're putting time and quality and thinking into the left side to proceed on the gaining side in the advantages or the benefits. So it's about process optimization, improved decision making, increased efficiency, better risk management, and last but not least, enhanced collaboration. So this is my summarization here regarding the topic. And yeah, I'm very thankful again for you guys listening to me as it is late at night now here. I'm saying have a wonderful conference out of Melbourne. And in case you want to get into contact with me, please feel free to add me on LinkedIn or write me a message on the mail address underneath. And so I say again, thank you very much, everyone. And I'm looking forward to the next presenters. Yeah, if there are any questions, I'm of course very happy to answer those. Are there any? I'm not sure if I have time to ask that, but are there any questions? Please feel free to ask.
Thank you so much, sir, for that insightful presentation. Thank you once again.
Sure, welcome. Thank you.